Here we go again with Challenge 14. So the only difference between this one and last week's is that you have a giant file, the same giant file with thousands of random numbers, and you still want to organize them, but instead of asking you for the 100th number, after you've sorted all of your numbers, I want the 100th odd number. So you've got a couple options here. One sort of simple thing you can do, I guess, is to only bother putting odd numbers into the array list. So before putting that number into the nums array list, just check to see if it's odd. If it's even, you don't want it, so don't do anything with it. But if it's odd, put it in the array list. And then you do everything as normal. Sort everything, print out the 100th term, and you're all done. But what most people probably did is, and I think the most natural thing to do is to just kind of do exactly the same thing and then just loop through and look for the 100th odd number. That should be easy enough to do, so that's what I'm going to do. Which means I don't want that, the output message that I just had, because I don't want the 100th term or the 100th element of the array list. I want the 100th odd number, and I have no idea where that's going to land. So I'm going to have to find it. So let's dim output as integer. I have no idea what it's going to be. And I'm just going to loop through the whole array list. So for I equals 0 to nums.count minus 1. If nums I. Now, how do you find out if a number is even or odd? You use mod 2, right? So if the number mod 2 is 1, then it's odd. If you do mod 2 and you get 0, and it was divisible by 2, there is no remainder, that means it must be even. But if it's odd, you're always going to get a remainder of 1, right? So if I found an odd number, I guess I just increment a counter, which I didn't make. So let's dim count as integer equals 0. And I'll just say count plus 1. So every single time I find an odd number, I'll just increment the counter. And let's just say this now: if count equals 100, then I got my number. Output equals nums I. And I can probably get out of Dodge, right? So the fact that I'm using an exit for command means I probably should have used a while loop, but I don't care. That's fine. You could redesign this if you want to make it a while loop, make it a little more elegant, but I'm just going to stick with this. You could also finish the loop. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to exit, but there's no reason to continue the loop because you found your answer. So now let's see, txt answer.text equals my output. And let's run it. Here we go. Okay, I'm looking for 230,171. That took a second. Got a little scared there. 230,171. All right, there you go. So I guess it works. So you got a couple options. You can tinker with your own design if you want to try to mess with something up here so that you only put odd numbers in the array list. If you can get that going, that's a pretty cool idea. Or you just add this algorithm after your sorting method and you get your answer that way. So if you want this, nothing really changed up here, so let me just pause there for a second. You can steal all the new stuff and get me your answer. Okay? If you have any trouble, just let me know. When you get your answer, please get it to me ASAP so I can get your credit. Hope everybody's doing well, and we'll talk soon. All right? See you guys.